Hello, 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 everyone. How are you doing? Are you guys ready to get started? One more time. Are you guys ready to get started? All right, that's what I'm talking about. It is hump day. So we are in the middle of the week. It's about to end. Friday will be here soon. So this is going to be a great treat for all of you guys. First off, good afternoon and welcome to the University of Houston Downtown's 2022 State of the University Address. My name is Mayra Moreno, an anchor with ABC 13. I have a newscast at 4 and 6:30. Thank you. I know these days people don't sit in front of the TV, right? So they say, oh, I don't watch local news. It's okay. That's why you have your cell phone, right? www.abc13.com. We are live 24/7 right at your fingertips. Just had to throw that in there. All right. The University of Houston Downtown is a community of diverse faculty, staff, students, and regional partners dedicated to nurturing talent, generating knowledge, and driving socioeconomic mobility for a just and sustainable future. UHD is a university dedicated to ensuring that all members of our community are thriving. The faculty and staff are committed to the mission and promoting the values lauded by this beautiful place. Today's State of the University Address is a reminder of the fact and a celebration of the next chapter in UHD's journey moving forward. Today's address will allow Dr. Blanchard to share his vision for UHD with our community and will also provide an opportunity to highlight many of the numerous initiatives already taking place here on campus, as well as the path moving forward. So with that said, we do have an exciting program and we have somebody amazing. You guys may know her as the Goddess of Blues, to give you a little clue. So I am delighted to introduce one of your very own UHD alumna, Anika Chambers. Let's give her a round of applause. So Mrs. Chambers began singing as a child in the Southern Baptist Church. The gospel music is in her mother tongue. It's in the blues that she found her true voice. And honestly, what a voice, because I did check out your videos on Instagram as well. She is the 2022 Blues Music Award winner for Soul Blues Female Artist of the Year. And exactly, she was awarded and she won in 2019. And that year of her third release entitled Kiss My Sass on the Vistone label group. I love that. That is just perfect. It debuted as number 4 on the Billboard Blues chart, and she won the 2020 Living Blues Awards for the Best Southern Soul Album. I'm not done. Anika performs regularly at top blues festivals all across the North and South America, you guys, as well as in Europe. This is your alumni here. Let's give her a round of applause. I'm not done. So she has performed everywhere, you guys. This is amazing. We're talking about Glastonbury Blues Festival, Chicago Blues Festival, Montreal Jazz Festival, and Mississippi Delta Blues Festival. So with that, let's hear it for the Goddess of Blues.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome all the way from Montreal, Canada. Also my partner and husband, everything to me, Mr. Paul DeLauro, y'all. We got a message for you. It says we stand for love, we stand for freedom, and we stand for peace. Amen? I said amen? Listen. If anybody here loves me, raise your hand. If anybody here needs me, raise your hand. Don't let the color of my skin come between me and you, friend. My thing is love. My thing is freedom, and yeah, my thing is peace. What's your thing? Love, freedom, and peace. I'm not a doctor, I'm not a lawyer or an Indian chief. I've got a love for everybody inside of me. Yeah. I'm not here to be your guide, but I won't quit you until my feet are sore and tired. My thing is love, my thing is freedom, yeah, my thing is peace. What's your thing? Love, freedom, and peace. Well, I pray to the Lord above to give us all just a little more love. Wash all the hate and sins out of my mind and make this a better world. Show him some love, y'all. Show him some love. Wipe that frown off your face with a human race. 'Cause God put a love in everybody's heart. You gotta let it stay. Yeah. You've got to clean up your own backyard. Then you just go right around and sprinkle it from yard to yard. My thing is love, my thing is freedom, yeah, my thing is peace. What's your thing? Love, freedom, and peace. You can't beat those three. Love, freedom, and peace. You can't beat those three. Love, freedom, and peace. I tell ya, love, freedom, and peace. My thing is love, my thing is freedom, yeah, my thing is peace. What's your thing? Love, freedom, and peace. Thank you so much.
Anika and Paul, they definitely said, kiss my sass. Let's give them another round of applause. That's incredible. A product of your very own university. If that does not speak volumes, I don't know what does. I love seeing, people like her come back to their alma mater and really just perform, right? They're amazing. Let's give them another round of applause. They did great. Phenomenal. My hubby, he can play the sax, but I can't sing, so maybe we'll leave it to Anika and Paul to do that, but I was thinking maybe. All right, it is now my pleasure to introduce to you the man of the hour, President Lauren J. Blanchard. University of Houston Downtown President Dr. Lauren J. Blanchard serves as the 7th president of the second largest four-year university in Houston, one of the most diverse here in the region. Within a year's time of taking the presidential seat, Dr. Blanchard established the UHD Institutional Compass, which includes 4 points of excellence. We're talking strengthening justice, strengthening student success, supporting institutional excellence and infrastructure, and growing as an anchor institution. The compass serves as a directional guide in steering UHD toward becoming the standard for an urban public institution dedicated to the needs of the community. Dr. Blanchard also led the development of a long-range strategic plan, a new paradigm which outlines UHD's vision of being Houston's university of choice and region's anchor institution. Previously, Dr. Blanchard served as Executive Vice Chancellor for Academic Student Affairs at California State University. the largest and most diverse system of higher education in the United States. As provost and senior vice president of academic affairs at Xavier University in New Orleans, Louisiana. A first-generation college graduate, Dr. Blanchard earned a bachelor's degree in speech pathology and education from Xavier University, a master's degree in education from McNeese State University, and also a PhD in education psychology from the University of Georgia. Let's give him a round of applause as he makes his way onto stage.
Thank you so very much, Ms. Moreno. And good afternoon. It's my distinct pleasure to extend to all of you a warm and enthusiastic welcome to the start of our new academic year. I believe it's really important to take a few moments to celebrate new beginnings. There's something inspirational, something profound about closing one chapter and opening another, taking the next steps on a new journey. We certainly have felt this on our own campus. Students certainly have brought a special kind of energy and excitement, especially for those first in their family to attend college. They exemplify that can-do Gator spirit of perseverance and resilience, which have helped so many of them overcome challenges, not just today, but to make it to this very moment. And then there are those exceptional UHD faculty and staff who have worked tirelessly to help make this university student ready for the start of the new academic year. These last few years, I think that you would attest to the fact, have really tested our spirits and our resolve, but not even a global pandemic can shake your dedication to our students and to this university. And for that, please, from all of us in the Gator community, please accept our heartfelt thank you. Our continued progress is also marked by the continued support of the University of Houston system. I'm really pleased to acknowledge members of our extended family that's joining us here today. And first and foremost is our Chancellor, Dr. Renu Khator, Chancellor of the University of Houston System. Thank you so much for being here with us today. And I certainly consider Ms. Moreno to be a special guest, and she and her husband that are here with us, so I certainly want to thank the two of them as well for being here with us. Welcome to all of you. In addition to being a strong believer in new beginnings, as many of you know already, I'm also a strong advocate for taking a moment to recognize and celebrate individual and collective accomplishments. Maybe some of you have even heard me use the statement, let's just stop to smell the roses. I'm really happy to report that we have many, many roses in the University of Houston downtown community to admire. It's hard to believe that it was just a year ago that we gathered right here for what was my first State of the University address. At that time, I shared our intention to rename what was known as the President's Report because I believed then, and it has only been reaffirmed time and time again, that the success of this university relies on the efforts of the entire University of Houston downtown community. It can be easy, often too easy, to allow the busyness of our daily lives to overshadow how far we have come as a community. So I'd like to take a few moments this afternoon to highlight some of the amazing milestones in the life of the University of Houston downtown within the past year and a half. Within that last year, we have significantly expanded our reach within the Houston community. We elevated the impact of our President's Lecture Series by welcoming several notable speakers focused on justice and inclusive excellence through the generous support of the ECMC Foundation. These conversations and presentations have helped to further the goal of the series in which to advance the dialogue on diversity and equity on this campus, in this city, state, and nation. Through the efforts of our Office of Alumni and other colleagues, we also continue to grow our business and alumni network. Events such as this summer's Alumni Business Conference, which provided professional development opportunities to graduates of all ages, are really essential in fostering strong and healthy ties with Gator alumni. And it is these ties that often help to create more learning opportunities for our students as they pursue a variety of internships and service learning opportunities in Houston and well beyond. My investiture ceremony last May was also a great opportunity to raise awareness of UHD's rising star among key government and business leaders. Now, don't get me wrong, it was a wonderful event marked by good food and good people, but it also provided our community a moment to reaffirm a new direction for this university and for the students that we are so honored to support. The University of Houston Downtown also received some national recognition this past year as we were included among the nation's top 50 institutions in providing a pathway to economic mobility for low and moderate income graduates. The ranking by the public policy organization Third Way was based on research that elevates and evaluates how well a school enables low to middle income students to advance in their lives as a result of earning a college degree. I simply cannot imagine a better ranking from which to shine a spotlight on the many ways that we transform lives here at the University of Houston Downtown. Other good news is that we have seen a steady increase in graduation rates since 2018. While graduation rates increase, a large percentage of our students are transferring or stopping out, however. We lose more than 2/3 of each cohort on average in this way. Over the last 8 months, we have begun making substantial structural and organizational changes to address this issue of student retention. One essential structural change will provide a stronger foundation from which we will build upon for the next 50 years. With much reflection, hard work, and productive dialogue, we have reimagined our student affairs area as the new Student Success and Student Life Division. As in the case of the President's Report, there is an intentional choice in this renaming, as it signals the importance of student success for an effort that touches so many aspects of a student's life. Under the capable leadership of Interim Vice President Lynette Cook Francis, this newly formed division creates a seamless and comprehensive experience for our students even before they step foot on this campus and well after they have their degrees in hand. This transition allows us to incorporate student activities and student health services, along with career services and the Academic Support Center. It also includes Upward Bound and Talent Search Program, along with the Gator Success Center and the Center for Diversity and Inclusion. At the end of the day, every UHD student will have had their success supported in some way by this team of talented and dedicated staff, including offering a sense of connection and belonging that so often is the deciding factor in helping us meet our goals. Another key organizational change at UHD has been our approach to academic advising. When we first started considering how we might make the advising structure even more responsive to students' needs, I decided to sit down with the experts, our students. Over the last many months, I've invited a handful of our students to a series of lunches and asked them to share their experiences with me. In addition to the pleasure of getting to know these new students individually, these informal conversations reinforced my belief that every student should have a consistent relationship with an advisor. As a result, we are developing a case management approach to advising. What this simply means is that every advisor will be charged with supporting a group of students for the full duration of their programs here at the University of Houston downtown. During their time here, students will have many points of contacts with their advisor, allowing for those important conversations when a question arises, a challenge faced, or even just a little inspiration is needed to take that next step. Advisement will also be embedded in the student's particular area of study. And for undeclared students, this means connecting them to advisement within our interdisciplinary majors. Our goal is that every student will be introduced to career-enhancing opportunities such as internships and service learning much sooner. And more importantly, they will have an advisor who knows them by name and who in turn, those students will say that that advisor is my champion. These and many other efforts underway this past year cannot be achieved simply by hard work. UHD is reliant on both state public funding as well as private investments in the forms of grants and donations to really help us reach the goals that we have established for ourselves through the development of our new strategic plan. We are appreciative of the support by the Governor's Texas Workforce Investment Council, for example, for a grant of nearly $350,000 that will provide underrepresented STEM students with career training and learning experiences in critical areas such as cybersecurity, software development, and robotics. The C.T. Bauer Foundation is another wonderful example, awarding $635,000 to help fund juniors and seniors who are business majors here at UHD. In total, UHD is on track to receive $14 million in grants this year. We project, I'll take it, let's take it. We project that with continued support, the University of Houston downtown will take its rightful place among the top 2% of universities in the nation in terms of socioeconomic mobility for our students. It is clear that by increasing the level of support, both financial and in advocacy, that UHD is boldly stepping into our rightful place as a vibrant anchor institution for our city and for our state. Moving our students through their educational journey to graduation matters. It matters morally, it matters fiscally, and it matters civically. Morally, because students with a college degree, on average, earn about 50% more than those with only a high school diploma. They have more life choices, better access to health care, longer life expectancies, and their children have better access to health care and education. They are also almost 3 times more likely than students with only some college degree to pay off their college loan debt. Fiscally, because every 100 additional degree-seeking students that UHD retains generates roughly $720,000 in additional tuition and fee revenues annually. 100 bachelor's students who stay enrolled through graduation rather than stopping out in the first year will generate for UHD $2.2 million in additional tuition and fee revenues. And civically, because individuals holding college degrees will earn $900,000 more over the course of their careers when compared to individuals having only a high school diploma. 100 additional UHD graduates will contribute $90 million more to the state, their communities, their businesses over their lifetimes. We are preparing students with the mindset that their degree and the knowledge and experience it represents will propel them to both greater socioeconomic heights as well as position them to be civic leaders who are creating a more just and sustainable future for our communities. Earlier this summer, I had the unique pleasure of meeting with a group of alumni business entrepreneurs. I was so impressed not only by how they've applied their UHD experience to grow their own businesses, but by the persistence, resilience, and yes, even grit that they have shown to continue to pursue their dreams and contribute to their local economies. If they are any indicator of the future of Houston business, I'm here to tell you that we are in great hands. And I might add that it's not just our business graduates for whom we should feel a sense of confidence and hope. UHD leads the way in producing teachers, nurses, social workers, police officers who are the backbone of this region. We have made a promise to this generation, as well as generations to come, that UHD is a bridge to their future. So how do we make good on that promise? This is where our strategic plan provides a path forward. I have spoken often of our institutional compass and will do so time and again as it serves as our directional guide. It reminds us why we have chosen UHD as our professional and academic home. It also encompasses our hopes and ambitions to not only grow as an anchor institution, but also to strengthen justice, empower student success and equity, and advance institutional excellence and infrastructure. These are the values that have informed our strategic plan, a plan that sets forth a wide-ranging set of priorities to move us ahead in the coming years. Many of you here today have discussed the strategic plan in retreats within your divisions and within your departments. Please know that time is an important investment in our collective success, as each one of us has an essential role to play in influencing UHD's future. Take, for example, our enrollment management team. Just a few weeks ago, they led the UHD campus community in contacting more than 1,000 students to help with course registration through a tele-recruiting event. More than 55 faculty and staff, including college deans, senior leadership, and members of my own cabinet, made personal phone calls to students who had not yet registered for classes. As Vice President of Enrollment Management, Dr. Daniel Villanueva observed, it takes the entire campus to rally behind each student and ensure they have everything they need to be successful for the fall semester. It does indeed. In addition to supporting student success, our colleagues are helping to build strategic partnerships that expand UHD's impact. Recently, UHD partnered with Amazon to offer qualifying employees a UHD degree for free. Through the company's Career Choice program, more than 300,000 Amazon employees will have an opportunity to advance their education, of which we will ensure a number of them will be Gators. I believe UHD is well qualified to serve as a partner university to the 6th largest company in the world and its diverse workforce, given our designations as both a Hispanic and a minority serving institution, and our excellent track record in serving adult learners. I'd like to acknowledge Associate Vice President of Planning and Curriculum, Dr. Michelle Musali, for her leadership in making this partnership a reality. So earlier, I touched on our progress in increasing the visibility and recognition of UHD, which also happens to be another one of our strategic goals. I would be remiss if I did not take this opportunity to share another key achievement in this area. The university's ranking among the top regional universities in the West in social mobility, according to U.S. News and World Report. Now, you may say, President Blanchard, look, do rankings really matter anymore? Well, if they shine a national spotlight on how we are successfully transforming the lives not only of our students, but their families and potential generations of families, I say to you, by all means, let us celebrate this recognition. Let me add that we achieve this without placing the burden of the cost of that education on our students. Just last month, the Houston Chronicle cited an astonishing statistic that more than half of Texans who graduated 2 years ago carried on average a student loan debt of $26,000. UHD had the lowest percentage of graduates with debt than any of the 25 colleges and universities cited in that article, 14%. And no UHD graduates had any private loan debt. And while affordability and subsequent social mobility are important outcomes, it is by no means the only outcome of a UHD education. Impactful knowledge creation, another university strategic goal, is part of our mission and how we contribute to better the lives for everyone in our community. At UHD, the Service, Teaching, Aging, and Research, our STAR lab, in our College of Public Service is a powerful example of this. The STAR lab is ensuring better lives for seniors in Houston through leading volunteer projects with older adults, pursuing research in the areas of aging, and providing training and advocacy for our healthy aging to produce more healthy aging outcomes. To quote the lab's founder and director, Dr. Angela Goins, our hope is to create a world where growing old is a privilege and not a punishment. Thank you, Dr. Goins and your colleagues, for all of your efforts to make our world more welcoming and kind. One final strategic goal that I'd like to touch on is the creation of a dynamic learning environment. In the case of our wayfinding project, that literally means contributing to a better physical experience here at UHD. When I first arrived on campus, one of the surefire ways that I met students was in my failed attempts to navigate the somewhat confusing halls of what we call our one main complex, and inevitably being asked for or asking of others directions of how to get from point A to point B. In my first impression, I'll just be honest with you, the building did in fact live up to its name as complex. However, with the advent of new information and signage systems that we have put into place, students, faculty, visitors, and yes, even the university president can now find ourselves through our physical environments more efficiently. And while we still have work to make sure that all the arrows are pointed in the right direction, our wayfinding project really does include new exterior and interior signs for both our one main complex, as well as our Girard Street building, the Welcome Center, and a number of parking garages. Ultimately, what we're hoping to do is to create a more welcoming campus where our community members can arrive at their destination without the stress of getting lost along the way. And isn't that really what we're all about? Helping to ensure our students reach their destination of degree completion without getting lost along the way. Soon we will be gearing up to mark the founding of this university half a century ago. One can only imagine what hopes and dreams inspired those who looked to transform a junior college on one main street into a 4-year public university, serving approximately 15,000 students and the proud alma mater of more than 62,000 graduates. As I shared earlier, I'm a big believer of celebrating new beginnings, and I do believe that we are on the precipice of a new chapter in the UHD story. We hold in our collective responsibility the ability to set the foundation for the next 50 years of UHD. And we should not take this responsibility lightly. We have presented to the state legislature key areas for investment that will increase student success and reduce equity gaps, such as expanding mental health services for our students, strengthening our academic and our advising area, and investing in programs such as financial literacy, faculty mentorships, peer-to-peer services, all things that are hyper-focused on supporting the most underserved of our student population. It is these resources that our students really need, and they tell us repeatedly that they would like access to sooner to make more informed decisions about their future. To our students present here today, know that we are committed to providing you the strongest of foundations for your success. There's a proverb I'd like to share with you, and it says this: if you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, go together. This is a moment that calls all of us to come together to take this university farther. For me, this means centering student success in all that we do. Having come from the nation's largest 4-year public university, I know that sometimes the process can get in the way of the purpose. This is not to say that an institution starts out hoping to create an administrative complex for which students must find their own way, but like our own one main complex, well, sometimes it's still just too easy to get lost. So let me just state clearly here that student success is at the core of who we are and what we do. Regardless of the department or the job title, we all have a critical role to play in supporting our students. Let me give you one really good example of this at work. As mentioned earlier, I host a monthly lunch with students to regularly hear from them on a variety of topics. At a lunch that we just held a few weeks ago, I met a UHD junior by the name of Emma Ramos. Emma, like many UHD students, was the first in her family to attend college. And like many of these trailblazers, Emma wasn't sure if she really fit in during her early days here at UHD. Not only did she feel lonely and struggled with connecting with others, she began to doubt whether she belonged in college at all. At one point, she considered dropping out and joining the military. And then she received an email that Emma says changed her life. Courtney Lundgren, executive director of our enrollment communications team, sent out an email inviting students to join the Gator crew and participate in orientation. Emma took a chance and said yes. Emma there found her connections, and today she is a part of the team that welcomes new students to UHD, both in person and online. She found that she did indeed belong here at UHD. Much like Ms. Lundgren, we all have opportunities to make a difference in a student's life and extend that encouragement that inspires or motivates Emma and others to take a chance. I know you join me in looking forward to alleviating the barriers that confront our students, many who have already overcome significant challenges just to arrive here at University of Houston downtown. And you will not be alone in your student success efforts. We will continue to advocate rigorously for the funding and resources to help support staff and faculty success as well. I'd like to conclude my address today to you by sharing a personal observation. Growing up during the civil rights era, my parents really understood the power of education in uplifting people and communities. Given that neither had the opportunity for a college education, my dad would often say to me, "I want you to know the world of possibilities that lie ahead for you as a professional adult. Your mom and I want nothing more than your life and your sister's life to be better than ours. I want you to always remember that education is the key for making this happen." My dad's profound respect for education is something that has informed my own outlook on life and certainly my professional career. And I have seen many times over the transformative power of a college education for both individuals as well as families and communities. Today, we are defining what it means to be a student-centered university, as well as an anchor institution that is serving its community, generating real-world learning, and helping students and families move up the socioeconomic ladder by earning degrees in reasonable timeframes and with as little debt as possible. These are bold and ambitious goals. But if we think about it, so were the goals of those who gathered on One Main Street nearly 50 years ago and saw a vision for a different kind of university. Writing the future of this university will require every ounce of our talents and abilities. But if I've learned anything over the past year and a half, I've learned that Gators have Texas-sized talents and abilities. And at times, we may also be asked to step out of our comfort zone, but that is all part of the learning experience. Just ask our students about that. So when the Gator community gathers a little over 50 years from now to celebrate its next milestone, I hope that they will speak of us fondly and with gratitude. Perhaps they will even say, "That was a moment that changed the direction of this university." Again, welcome to our new academic year. We have a most important journey before us.
Wow. I mean, I want to be a Gator. I want to do it over. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for sharing your vision for the University of Houston downtown and for your leadership. Truly, this university deserves someone of your caliber to be here and leading this organization. I mean, and everyone else as well that is leading the university. And I will tell you, and I say this all the time, if somebody came to me when I was young, a young immigrant in the East End, and said, "One day you will be here," I would not have believed you. And I say that because, as you mentioned, it takes leaders, it takes people to show someone, hey, we can help you. You can do this. And I am blessed and lucky to have met so many people along the way that made me see that vision for myself and gave me that little nudge and that help, that boost that I needed to get my education and to be where I am. So once again, I commend you and everybody here. Let's give everyone another round of applause. So, and with that, I do want to acknowledge all of the UH leadership here with us today. So if you can hold your applause towards the end. The University of Houston Downtown Leadership, the vice presidents include, and hopefully I don't butcher your name. If I do, come see me after. Dr. Deborah Bordelone, Senior Vice President for Academic Affairs and Provost. Kim Thomas, Vice President of Administration and Finance. Lynette Cook Francis, Interim Vice President for Student Success and Student Life. Yvonne Montalbano, Vice President for Employment Services and Operations. Dr. Danielle Villanueva, Vice President for Enrollment Management. Jay Zambrano, Vice President for Advancement and University Relations. Let's give them a big round of applause. And now I want to acknowledge university academic deans. They include the following. Dr. Wendy Burns Ardolino, Dean of College of Humanities and Social Sciences. Dr. Akif Usman, Dean of College of Sciences and Technology. Dr. Jonathan Davis, Interim Dean of the Maryland Davies College of Business. And Dr. Jonathan Schwartz, Dean for the College of Public Service. Give them a round of applause. Thank you so much for your leadership here at the University of Houston Downtown. So with that, we will now move on to the fall greetings from our shared governance leadership. So Staff Council President Tremaine Kwashipi, come to the podium. I was going over your name, I said it right?
Good afternoon, and greetings to you all. I must first say I really appreciate Miss Morano because you didn't butcher my name, and it has been butchered before. I would like to give regards to Chancellor Couture, Dr. Blanchard, Provost Bordelon, other administrators, alumni, faculty, students, and my beloved staff. My name is Tremaine Warren Kwakutsi Kwashipi. And I serve as Director of Student Activities, and I'm excited and honored to serve as your Staff Council President. I think with anything, it is important that you understand the history of an organization and the person leading it. The Staff Council at UHD began here in 1986 with a council liaison. The first elections were held in October of the same year to create the first Staff Council. The group elected the first president, Penny Ellis, in 1987. And the first official meeting was held in 1988. And to give you context of how long ago that was, I was 2 years old. And as the current Staff Council President, it is equally important for you to know just a little bit about me. I'm from rural northeastern North Carolina. Thank you. I'm from a town with only 542 people, says the census of 2020. I am a third-generation college graduate with a grandfather who had the dream to come to this country from Ghana, educate himself. He also got married. His wife was an educator, and they wanted to educate and train the next group of scholars. My grandfather isn't here with me today, but this is one of his wildest dreams, that his grandson would be here at the second largest institution in Houston, serving as Staff Council President. I'm excited for that. This year, I have the pleasure of serving with an executive board that bring a wealth of knowledge and experience. 60% of the executive team are graduates of UHD. And we as a group have a collective average time served at UHD of 12 years. That's a lot of experience that we're gonna bring to the table. I would like to take a moment of personal privilege to recognize the individuals that have made a commitment to serve the staff of UHD. The FY23 Staff Council Executive Board members are Maria Estrada, J.R. Sears, Dr. Rachel Hudspeth, and Jerry Davison. But with anything, you don't just get to this moment. I also must acknowledge Ms. Caroline Smith, who has guided and mentored me along the way. So Tremaine, you've told us the history. You've told us a little bit about who you are, but what will y'all be doing? That's a good question. Well, our job is gonna be to advocate and promote staff and serve as liaison between staff and UHD senior leadership. In the first meeting with the university president, Dr. Blanchard, our visions align with the strategic plan and the new paradigm. And the goal is simple: staff excellence. We look to accomplish this goal through professional development and meaningful staff engagement. So get involved. Our UHD Staff Council welcomes you. Our next meeting is October 19th. As we prepare ourselves to begin this new journey together, I ask that you join in our spirit of collaboration and support behind our university president, Dr. Lauren J. Blanchard. The senior leadership and the University of Houston system as a whole. I trust that we will have challenges along the way, but in the true essence of serving, we will band together and create an inclusive university of choice with a dynamic learning environment. It is my pleasure to conclude, and I would like to invite the Faculty Senate President, Dr. Krista Gehring.
I don't know how I follow that. You're so dynamic. I love it. Good afternoon, everyone. Isn't it a beautiful day? Beautiful day today. Thank you for asking me to come and speak today. It's my privilege to be here as the UHD Faculty Senate President. Thank you, Dr. Blanchard, Dr. Couture, Dr. Bordelon, everyone in leadership. It's so good to see so many of you here. I love it. For those of you who don't know me, I'm an associate professor in the Department of Criminal Justice and Social Work. I'm going on my 12th year at UHD, and I love this university. And it's my honor to serve and be an advocate for my faculty colleagues this year. I would like to also introduce you all, they're probably gonna kill me, introduce you all to some of our Senate officers. I have very big shoes to fill. Dr. Ed Cueva is the past president. Ed, if you could please just wave or stand up or. He has been very patient with me and answering all of my questions and being very supportive. Our president-elect is Dr. Bernardo Pohl, so he will be taking the reins next year. We also have FESEC, Faculty Executive Faculty Senate Executive Council, I don't know if any of the members are here, just so that you know, we have Luke Fidel, who is from the College of Humanities and Social Sciences. He's a lecturer to represent those individuals. We also have Catherine Shoemaker and Kevin Buckler. So they are on the Faculty Senate Executive Council. We also have 31 senators. So if there are any senators here, could you please stand up so that we can see who you are? And hopefully, they didn't know I was going to do that, so thank you. I appreciate that. I would like to extend a warm welcome to you all on behalf of the UHD Faculty Senate. In the first month of my term, I've had very productive interactions and meetings with important UHD stakeholders, including administrators, faculty, and staff. I've met with the president, and we have discovered our love of things sweet. So Crumble Cookie will be taking all of my money every time I meet with him, which is great. It's been quite eye-opening, to say the least, and it only reinforces how important shared governance is for our institution. Shared governance refers to the joint responsibility of faculty, administrations, and governing boards to govern colleges and universities. The benefit of shared governance is that it taps the knowledge, wisdom, and experience of a variety of groups and people with the aim of sharing resources and identifying meaningful opportunities to help move the institution forward. Faculty are a crucial piece in shared governance, as we have the expertise in important areas that allow the institution to best serve our students and each other. That is, the role of faculty is to have primary responsibility for such fundamental areas as curriculum, subject matter and methods of instruction, research, faculty status, and aspects of student life which relate to the educational process. The responsibility for faculty status includes appointments, reappointments, decisions to not reappoint, promotions, the granting of tenure, and dismissal. And the faculty should also have a role in decision-making outside of their immediate areas of primary responsibility, including long-term planning, budgeting, and the selection, evaluation, and retention of the administrators. Faculty have a tremendous role in this strategic plan. And I know Dr. Blanchard has talked on several things that he has wanted to focus on in the upcoming year, one of which is student success, which we all can agree is tremendously important. And when I look at student success, I see how faculty are integral in student success. For every successful student, you have multiple faculty members who are engaging in activities to engage, teach, mentor, support, and advise students. He also talked about visibility and recognition, and that we have really great rankings at the U.S. News and World Report. To me, visibility and rankings also encompasses our faculty and what faculty are doing. We have faculty members who have discovered a new species of bat, who've discovered a new species of dinosaur morph. We have not one, not two, but 4 Fulbright scholars at UHD. So it's incredible. And if you look at all of the other strategic goals in the strategic plan, you can see how faculty fit into all of them. Faculty activities, support, and outcomes enhance all aspects of the current strategic plan. So the way I see it, in order for the strategic plan to be successful, our faculty must be successful as well. So this year I plan to focus on faculty success. Faculty need to feel supported, appreciated, recognized, and validated. Faculty should be compensated well and provided support to engage in their efforts to educate our students, generate socially impactful knowledge, and engage with our community, all important aspects of UHD's mission. Many of us have been here for years, if not decades. Faculty are here for a reason. We love our students, we support our colleagues, and we believe in this institution. I look forward to working on initiatives this year to ensure that faculty are engaged, successful, and cared for at UHD. Supported, respected, recognized, and well-compensated faculty will contribute to UHD's growth and aspirational goal to be a model public urban university. Thank you. And now I'd like to introduce Emmanuel Beltran, the student representative.
Welcome, Chancellor Couture, President Blanchard, Provost Bordelon, administration, faculty, staff, and students, and guests. My name is Eduardo Beltran, and I have the privilege of bringing greetings on behalf of the UHD student body. As a Hispanic male and new graduate student pursuing my MBA, I am excited to join the welcoming UHD community. This month in particular, Hispanic Heritage Month, has truly been a celebration that I know will continue to be designated after today. Con la Universidad de Houston Downtown, siendo una institución sirviendo a la comunidad hispana, celebramos el mes de la herencia hispana no solo hoy, sino todos los días con nuestra comunidad del campus que representa la cultura hispana, incluyendo los de Costa Rica, Nicaragua, El Salvador, Honduras, Guatemala y México, por nombrar algunos. I'll translate now. With UHD being a Hispanic Serving Institution, or HSI, we celebrate our culture and history every day with our university community representing Costa Rica, Nicaragua, El Salvador, Honduras, Guatemala, and Mexico, to name a few. I am also a proud Marine Corps veteran, and it wasn't until after my military service. Thank you. And it wasn't until after my military service that I began my higher education journey as a first-generation college student, earning my associate's degree from Lone Star College. Then I went on to earn my bachelor's in leadership from Texas A&M University, a Tier 1 research institution. Gig 'em. I came to UHD to broaden my knowledge and skills and move into a leadership role in supply chain industry where I want to focus on production and distribution. After attending a Gator Roadshow recruitment event this summer and reconnecting with mentors who assisted me through my undergraduate degree, I knew UHD was where I wanted to be. I appreciate that the university took time to travel out to the greater Houston area to provide support and resources to help myself and others as we finished the enrollment process. It was convenient to have the entire support team, including admissions, the MBA program, financial aid, and others in one place. I was able to speak to individuals such as Dr. Carlos Gooden, Ovi Galvan, and Latasha Godot, who answered my remaining questions. Enrollment events like these make the transition to UHD easier, increasing accessibility and providing resources directly to the students. Now that I am on campus, I'm engaging in coursework, getting involved, and working as a full-time graduate assistant. It's great to have so many students back on campus. In my classes, I have been able to connect with my peers who are in various stages of their educational and professional journeys. Only a month into the semester, and I have already participated in career fairs, student activity functions, mixers, and enrollment management events. These events are really impactful for myself and fellow students, helping us stay informed, connected with the campus, and prepare for life after graduation. It's evident that the university is on a new path for success under the leadership of President Blanchard. I'm excited to see the transformational change UHD will experience as we work to implement the new strategic plan. In my short time here, I have witnessed just how special UHD is. This university is empowering students with the confidence and skills to transform not only our local communities, but the region and the state. I, along with my peers, are proud to be Gators. We look forward to the new direction the administration is taking as well as a successful school year. Thank you. And now I'd like to hand things off and introduce JJ Bobbitt, our current Alumni Council President.
All right, good afternoon. It's good to be here. My name is JB, but JJ or anything else really I'll answer to. It's all the letters that I was ever given. And you know, UHD, I consider this home. It's home base for me, just like Houston is. I'm a graduate of U of H downtown, class of 2005, and very proud one at that. So I'm glad to see some other alumni. You know, I was born about 3 miles west of Houston, and I ended up through a series of events going to Lamar High School for a little while, and then I went and it ended up with a story that I went to high school, college, and law school right here in downtown Houston. And I've tried to leave and never been able to get there. But, you know, and I always come home, and this really is not only an anchor institution, but it's an anchor for me and my family, my friends that we all have here. So it's my honor to be here today on behalf of the Alumni Association, and quite a prestigious occasion, President Blanchard's State of the University address. And I'm proud to serve along about 12 other Alumni Association members that are part of our committee. And they all dedicate their time, talent, and passion to help ensure that we are continuing to demonstrate UHD in the community, as well as to support students that cross that finish line and join our ranks. It really does take a village, and UHD does have quite the village. Now, when we started after 2005, and I started working with the Alumni Association, we had very little kind of activity, few identified members. Now we have identified and continue to grow globally. Over 60,000 alumni have become part of our network. That's quite a number to me. So now, it's my hope that over the next year, our association will continue to strengthen and expand our reach across the city, across the state. And together, we will continue these alumni engagement efforts, as well as increase alumni giving in all forms. I know that President Blanchard understands the value and impact that a robust alumni association can have on an institution like UHD. And we really look forward to working with him to help him achieve the goals and visions that he's set out today as we continue to build upon the traditions that make us UHD. Through our partnership, support, and shared vision and grit, we will continue to elevate and move UHD alumni forward. Thank you all.
And because it is Hispanic Heritage Month, as I mentioned, we have a very, very special program for you guys. So with that, I want to welcome the UHD Mariachi Los Caimanes. They will perform, and they are from all kinds of educational backgrounds. Some are getting different degrees in nursing, criminal justice. So I hope you guys welcome them and take this in, because a mariachi experience is unlike any other.
Mira cómo ando, mi amor, por tu querer. Borracha y apasionada, no más por tu amor. Mira cómo ando, mi bien, muy dada a la borrachera y a la perdición. Solo tú has llenado de luto mi vida, abriendo una herida en mi corazón. Tú, solo tú, eres causa de todo mi llanto, de mi desencanto y desesperación. Solo tu sombra fatal, sombra de más, me sigue por donde quiera con obstinación. Y por quererte olvidar, me tiro a la borrachera y a la perdición. Tú, solo tú, has llenado de luto mi vida, abriendo una herida en mi corazón. Tú, solo tú, eres causa de todo mi llanto, de mi desencanto y desesperación. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you.
I was waiting for otra. You guys should have seen me back there. I'm like, should I go? Should I not? Should I go? They were amazing. Give them another round of applause. Okay, so as I mentioned, we have so much still going on. Miss Chambers and her husband, the performance that you guys saw earlier, that was just a prelude to what's to come. They will be awaiting us at the reception, so we hope that all of you can come and join us. And also, after the reception, if you guys would not mind and following us around the corner to the O'Kane Gallery, an official participant space of the Photo Fest Biennial 2022. At the reception, you can talk with artist Kathy Vargas for her Este Recuerdo, about memory. This exhibit is a survey of her photography from 1970 all the way to the present. So we hope you guys can join us. And this concludes today's program. We want to thank you so much for joining us. And hopefully we're so excited that you guys will join us for the next 50 years, as Dr. Blanchard mentioned. And we look forward to the future. Thank you so much for joining us today. Have a great one.